There are 9 massive mistakes that people make when writing an abstract that you don't want to repeat. If you make these mistakes, you will lose marks. The good thing is you can easily avoid them. Mistake number 1 is providing background information. We just want to introduce our area of research and our research questions and highlight why our study matters. We don't want to make the reader suffer through a literature review of information. All of that background information belongs in our introduction. Mistake number 2 is providing data in our abstract. Data should only ever be provided in the results section. Don't let it leave there. And this leads into mistake number 3, which is where people try to include all of their results in their abstract and not just their key findings. We just want to highlight what our study found and not get bogged down into all of the facts that support that. We want to be careful of not including future statements. After all, we've already done all of the work and we've even written the entire scientific report. The abstract is the last component that we're doing. The last thing we want to do is write about it as if it's going to happen in the future. We also don't want to fall into the mistake of using personal pronouns in our abstract. Don't use words like I and we. Use words like this study. Some really common mistakes that are the easiest to avoid are using technical jargon and abbreviations. Remember, our abstract needs to be standalone, understood completely by itself and by anybody in any scientific discipline. And with that, we want to avoid the mistake of including citations in our abstract. Only exception to this is if your entire work was based on somebody else's. Then it's okay to include a citation to their work, but that's pretty rare. So make sure there are no citations in your abstract. They belong in your report. But the mistake that I see people repeat over and over again is using the wrong language in their abstract. And that's because it can be a bit tricky. When we write our introduction and importance, we use the present tense. When we write our research questions, we use present tense. But then when we write our methods and results, we use past tense. Then when we write about the implications of our study, we go back to writing in present tense. I find it best to just write the abstract and worry about the tenses later. Don't focus on it as you're trying to write because that can slow you down. The most important thing here is to get your abstract written. Then come back through when you're editing and look at each component separately and see if you've used present or past tense and change it to what it should be. For example, in your methods, if you use the word is, you can change it to was. But don't worry about that when you're writing, just do it afterwards. The tools we need to write an abstract are different from what we need to write the rest of the scientific report, and that's because it's a summary. We need to be able to condense down thousands of words into a short and powerful statement that would explain the whole study. So make sure you watch this video.